Good evening, everybody. Where the heck is my title? I guess it didn't go up. How are y'all this evening? I hope everybody is doing well. I hope y'all can hear me. Got these new headphones on, so y'all know how I roll. So, let me try to get some folks in the room. I see my guest has entered the room, so let me try to bring them in. All right, here we go. All right. Good evening.
Hello.
How are you?
Great. How about you?
That's good. All right. All right. Yep, just need to flip your phone or your device, uh how can I put it?
Turn it up.
Horizontally.
Turn it
Yep,
up.
turn it around. One more time. Yep, I can hear you loud
Okay.
and clear. Yep, good.
All right.
Awesome. Yep, just pull it down some. Yep, there you go. How are you?
I'm great. How about you?
I'm good. I'm good. Let me pull this down some.
Let me
So,
see.
welcome to Tyra's Just Saying. Let me get my folks in the room, get my audience. I know half of them is all over the place, and folks I know that's away, I ain't even digging them. All righty. So, how are you this evening?
Doing great. How about
That's
you?
good. I'm doing all right. I'm doing a lot better. Doing a lot better. That's for sure. I was slacking on a lot of stuff these past couple weeks because I've been out of commission and I just got back. And so now I'm on and popping. So I want to thank you, Mr. Daryl, for coming through. What's up, Dr. Kansas? This is Daryl Bohanna, and we're going to talk about his children's book tonight, y'all. The Adventures in Moneyland. And
Yes,
I
ma'am.
got my Moneyland copy. I got my
Appreciate
copy.
it. Appreciate it.
Yes, yes, yes. So, what inspired you to write a children's book?
Well, my inspiration, I have children of my own, of course, and
Hmm.
I took them through this process when they were growing up. So I would teach
Hmm.
them about money. Of course, back then it was writing checks, balancing checkbooks,
Hmm.
ATM, debit card, things like that. And,
Hmm.
through my entrepreneurial journey, I've always looked for ways I've had other businesses, but they were not
Hmm.
fulfilling, meaning I
Okay.
wasn't giving back, you know,
Hmm.
and I understand, you know, the challenge that us as African Americans have when it comes to
Hmm.
finances and how much
Right.
we don't know. We think we know, but we
Hmm.
don't know. So I
Right.
took the challenge right. So I took this challenge of writing this children's book,
Hmm.
hoping with the
Hmm.
hopes that the
Hmm.
parents would pick it up with the
Hmm.
children and not just the children picking it up. 'Cause once again, we under the misconception that we know about money and we really don't know
Right.
about money. And
Hmm.
it's not our fault, it's just what's been handing down to us generation to generation, and we keep
Hmm.
repeating those cycles. So hopefully, the Adventures in Moneyland will be a fun way for kids to start learning the basics about money. And
Yes.
as I write, the
Hmm.
vocabulary things will progress as well.
Okay. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. Because I was going through the book. So, do you have a background in finance?
So my master's in business, international
Oh,
business.
okay.
Before as finance is concerned, a lot of reading, a lot of
Hmm.
classes, and
Hmm.
just doing my research. You know,
Hmm.
Even like now, you can take financing, but you got cryptocurrency coming up. You got all
Uh,
black. So
so many
school,
changes.
there's so many changes. So you just have to continue to
Hmm.
learn. Not close your eyes. And close your eyes and resist change because it's going to
Yes.
happen.
Oh
It's going to
yeah.
happen.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's
Right.
like as soon as you think you know one thing, here comes something else.
Exactly.
And it's like
Exactly.
I think in the past, and it's like it seems like recently in the past 2 years, the changes has been out of control.
Right.
And it's just like right when you think you caught up and everybody start jumping into buying stocks, here come the crypto,
He come crypto.
and here
Exactly.
come the wait Bitcoin, then the crypto,
Then
and
crypto.
it's like
Exactly.
now it's just like. it's like crypto crazy. We got people constantly in our DMs telling us different things, and it's just
Right.
like, leave us alone. If we want to do it, we'll do it. We'll do it. Just leave us alone about it.
But they're
Like, we're
pushing
not
change.
gonna.
They're pushing
Yes,
change.
yes,
So it's going to happen. So
yes,
that means
yes.
I have my second edition to the Adventures in Moneyland.
Oh my gosh, really?
No, not yet. I'm just saying after cryptocurrency become mainstream, no, that's the
Hmm.
second edition, to the
Yeah.
book.
Oh, yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Exactly.
And I think it's good that with writing this book, starting the children early to understanding this, because a lot of people, have not been in situations where they got to learn about this early. Like I went to Catholic school. I'm in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and I
Okay.
went to Catholic school my whole life, right?
Okay.
And
Right.
so I learned about finances when I was in the fourth grade, fourth and fifth
Okay.
grade.
Okay.
They had me balancing the checkbook in my house, showing me
Okay.
how to do that. My parents, right?
Right.
But then on top of it, I learned how to do income taxes in the
Ah.
fifth grade. So I've
Got
been doing taxes since I was 10. You
Wow.
know what I mean? And so, the Catholic school that I went to, they actually had an accountant who volunteered his time to
Hmm.
come and teach the children. And so I was able to learn all of that,
Okay.
during that time. And that was back in the 80s.
Right.
And
Right.
so, but you don't see that all the time. You
Well,
don't see that happening at all.
right, and that's the challenge, right? So you were blessed
Hmm.
with at a public private school. Catholics are mostly
Hmm.
public schools, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
Well,
Hmm.
you go to the public schools, especially
Hmm.
in the low income areas, where
Hmm.
we're predominantly, we occupy those spaces.
Right.
We don't have that. I went
Right.
through, of course, I went through K through 12. There was no
Hmm.
finance class. Even when
Right.
we got to college, statistics,
Hmm.
finance, it still does not deal with the core of money.
Right.
And right.
Hmm.
So, and that's a
Hmm.
challenge that we're having. We're misunderstanding, the how to handle money.
Right. Hmm. Yeah, I love it. I love that you tell the children in the beginning, as you start off, use these tools for your adventure, pencil and eraser, because they're gonna need to erase this stuff. They need to erase as they go along, because it's gonna be a mess. It's gonna be some kind of a discrepancy with something.
Right.
And I love how you started off talking about how Des, mom and dad gave us money to take Dex to the zoo and park,
Hmm.
and talked about the money that was given, and they was all ready to go. The storyline is awesome.
Right. Thank you.
It's an awesome storyline.
Thank
What
you.
made you decide to come up with that concept
You know,
for the story?
we have broken homes. Another
Hmm.
challenge that we have as African Americans. So,
Hmm.
with that being said, I wanted a complete family. I'm not writing a
Hmm.
fantasy. Uh,
Hmm.
these children will go through real life events, but of course,
Hmm.
as you writing books, it's slower than trying to put a movie series or a series together. Which hopefully
Right.
one day that will come, that will happen for me.
Hmm.
Um,
Oh yeah,
but
speaking into existence, it's coming.
yes, yes. So I wanted a complete family, and
Hmm.
that children will, like I say, mom and dad is
Hmm.
very active in their lives, but they will go through challenges, throughout each
Hmm.
book.
Right. Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. People do go through challenges, but it's good that these children are learning about, with the storyline about how to start to manage money,
Correct. Yes.
and the things that's important, and it's like so funny because I think about, a couple days ago, one of our newscasters here in Philly posted on Instagram. He was pissed off about the new math.
Oh.
And so he was asking, he didn't know the answer to none of the questions. So he posted all of the kids' homework
Right.
and wanted everybody on Instagram to give
To
him the
help.
answers.
That's an SOS
You
signal.
Yeah, and it was like so funny, because it was just like he was like, wait a minute, I thought, 1 + 1 was 2, but now it doesn't. Like, what's going on? But
Right.
but actually it just shows the change. And it's like, I know, and I'm a psychotherapist by trade and a business therapist, and working with kids with money, it was just like, trying to help them to understand how to, do things was always difficult, especially kids that were in the
Right.
behavior program,
Right.
because they didn't want to do any of that. But it was just like just trying to engage them and find it, make it interesting,
Right.
so that they would want to learn,
Right.
But I love how your book, you definitely will get the parents a little bit more engaged,
Mm-hmm.
with helping their children with understanding the importance of learning how to count money,
Right.
because there's so many things that they don't know how to do, like I don't know if you noticed, but they don't even teach children how to write checks anymore
That's
in
correct.
school,
That's correct.
and it's just like, and I'm thinking we need to do that for college students, high school, college.
Well, you got to understand, we say they don't know, but the children are being influenced indirectly
Hmm.
because
Yes.
they're watching us swipe their
Hmm.
card.
Hmm.
They watch some of us write checks, right? You go to the
Hmm.
store and they see
Hmm.
stuff on TV. They say, "Mom,
Hmm.
Dad, I want," grandparents, "I want," and then
Hmm.
there it is, right? So they're
Hmm.
being influenced. So they under the misconception that it's always there. They don't understand the sacrifice
Hmm.
of what it takes to go through it.
Hmm.
So if
Hmm.
no one grabs them early and they keep
Hmm.
repeating that process, as soon as they walk across
Hmm.
the stage, because you and I probably experienced it when you get to college, what's the
Hmm.
first thing they introduce you to? A credit card,
Oh gosh, yes.
and
I
they
got
gave it to
introduced in
you.
11th grade, so.
Okay, okay. Well, even and I've told many people I went to the military. They will finance
Hmm.
you your car, your house. They'll finance your
Hmm.
wedding. They'll
Hmm.
finance anything you want. But what they would not do is teach you how to manage your finances because they want you to
Wow.
know.
Hmm.
And by the time that light bulb come on, we're talking 27, almost 30 years old. You look at
Hmm.
that 17 years, you like, oh my God, what did I do? Because now you
Hmm.
want to buy a house, you started a family, and now
Hmm.
you're in this cycle of my credit is bad. What do I do?
Right.
File,
Hmm.
file for bankruptcy, pay these bills. How do I go about doing it?
Right.
And hoping if we can catch these children early, that we can
Hmm.
prevent some of that, and we can start talking about real generational wealth and change
Hmm.
and breaking those cycles. And it's going to take a lot of hard work,
Yes.
for each one of our families.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. I love how the children in this book was making money, and Des was telling, reminding the other siblings about how the parents said to remember to pay themselves 10 to 15% of their earnings first.
Correct.
I
Yes.
love that,
Yes.
because starting it early on, because that's a piece that a lot of us didn't know,
Correct.
to do, what I mean? We knew about saving for emergencies, which we call rainy days,
Right.
but some of our days was raining all the time,
All the time. Exactly.
which was
Exactly.
a problem. But that's definitely good information that, that children need to know early.
Correct.
Need to know early on. This is definitely an awesome tool. And I'm glad you came. You decided to write something like this, especially during this time.
Right.
You
Correct.
know, because this past year, folks had unlimited amounts of money that was like out of this world.
And it's gone.
Um, Hello.
Louis Vuitton got it.
Oh, you know it. Him, Balenciaga, you name them,
All
they
of
got
that.
it.
All
They
of it.
smile. They smiling all the way to the bank. Okay,
Exactly.
they are smiling
Exactly.
all the way to the bank
Exactly.
with
And the
all
government
their
knew
money.
that. The government knew that.
Yeah, they knew that.
They
Yeah,
did.
they knew that. It's
They did.
gonna make for an interesting next few months.
Tax season, yes.
Oh yeah, a very, very interesting next few months.
Right.
So we gonna see how this play out.
Well,
But this is.
I want people to know that
Hmm.
I'm not just doing this, just out of I'm not pulling these stories out the sky. So
Hmm.
this week I have test subjects. They're not being
Hmm.
involved in these experiments, but my grandson, he's 7,
Hmm.
and he came home. He said, "Papa, I got $3." I said, "You want?"
Hmm.
I said, "You want me to show you how to make them $3 grow?" He
Hmm.
said, "Make them grow." I said, "Yeah, make them grow."
Hmm.
So I took him to the store. I let him buy
Hmm.
three candy bars for $1, right? I
Hmm.
said, when you go to school tomorrow, You sell them for $2.
Mm-hmm.
And he took them to school and he sold them.
Mm-hmm.
He
Okay.
said, "Oh, I got $6." I said, "You want me to show you how to make it grow again?" He said,
Mm-hmm.
"Yeah." And we repeated that process. So even though
Mm-hmm.
he don't get the concept yet, but eventually he will, and you just have to keep introducing children to these
Mm-hmm.
concepts, and one day they will get it.
Mm-hmm.
They will get it.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly. But it's again starting them early so that
Correct.
they know. They know that if they save for something, they'll be able to get what they really want.
Right.
But they have to work hard and build up to it and understand that it's not just going to be handed to them.
Yeah, that's
you
correct.
know. And so that's a good thing. What we're talking about tonight is Daryl Bohanna's book, The Adventures in Moneyland.
Right.
And so I hope y'all all can see it. I know it's a little backwards on y'all end, but hope y'all can see it. But that's what we're talking about this evening. And you also have a coloring book.
Yeah, it
Yes.
is.
Yep, the coloring book to go along with the book.
That's
Yes.
correct.
Yes. And so what made you do the coloring book also?
Man, I have an awesome illustrator by the name of Jermaine Compton. He
Mm-hmm.
actually was like, "Hey, man, we just should turn this into a coloring book." I wasn't thinking about it. I can't
Mm-hmm.
take credit for it. So just,
Okay.
yeah, I can't take credit for it. Uh, so I'm like, you know what, Jermaine, and let's be honest, because you have parents, it's a challenge, right? By no
Yeah.
stretch of the imagination. Some parents will compromise. They may not buy the
Hmm.
book, but they'll tell the kid, "Here, no, here's a coloring book. No, shut
Hmm.
up." So,
Anything that right because
anything to
they
shut them
know
up.
they know this is not going to go to.
Exactly.
They know they ain't going to read this, but they know if they give them that with a box of crayons, it'll shut them up.
Right. But in the coloring book, um,
Hmm.
I left the activities in the coloring
It's
book.
hmm
So they still have an opportunity to
right.
move money around and to learn about the money.
Yes, yes. I mean, because it's still a lesson being taught.
Right.
Even though it's a
Exactly.
coloring book, you still gonna get the lessons,
That is correct.
So don't think you're not gonna get the lesson along with the coloring book. This is awesome, though. This is
Right.
awesome. And then I didn't want to give too much of the book out because I didn't want folks to be like, "Hey, thinking they're gonna get the whole story tonight." They have
Right.
to buy the book so that you can get the story. But I love how you ended the book with Dex's next adventure awaits in savings land.
Oh, you caught that, huh? You caught it.
Uh-huh. So the next book, so that's gonna be book number two.
That is book number two, and
Okay.
I'm looking for April or May.
Oh
To,
wow.
yeah, I'm not playing. I'm on a mission.
I see. I see. So what's your goal? You trying to do one a year or every 2
Two.
years?
I'm trying to do two this year. Uh,
Okay.
I'm going to work on an app and a
Hmm.
online course for children as well.
Okay.
That's
That's good.
my goal, right?
Oh, that's really good goals. That's good. Yep.
And
Are you gonna go after some districts, school
yes,
districts? Okay.
yes.
Yeah. I mean, because
So
I know that would be number one to hit.
right. So what I've learned is, even with reading books, is people are reading them and they'll sit it down. And
Right.
kids are on a computer, kids have phones in their hand. So, doing an online course, making it fun, interactive, that gives them it's an extension of the book.
Hmm.
It's an extension of the book.
Okay. That's good. And then it's like we're having that step by step guide,
That's correct.
for them, and if they're online watching, online taking the course, this way they can put a voice to the things that they're seeing,
Yes.
because people learn a little bit more when they have the
When they
visualization,
have a visual, that's correct.
of somebody actually talking them through, and it's like sometimes, we'll get that little voice in our head of the person who actually taught us so
Right.
that we can get, what we need, the information that we actually need.
That is correct.
So,
Yes.
so yeah, so I think that's good. I love that, and definitely, hit those school districts. You know what I mean? Because
Yes.
that's right where it's at.
Right.
You're in Texas also,
I
or
am in
one of the
Texas.
other states? Okay, all right, cool, cool, cool. That is awesome. Do you think it'll be an issue with trying to get them into the schools?
No, right now I have several people that's assisting me in helping getting them into schools. I actually will
Mm-hmm.
have, and I'll
Mm-hmm.
post it, and I'll
Mm-hmm.
attach it to it. But I'll be doing a live book reading
Mm-hmm.
to a class. It's called
Mm-hmm.
Gentlemen Reads to Children or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll be doing that soon. So, but for anyone that's actually looking to find a book, they can go to it's www.books
Yep.
books by Bohanna BOHANNA.com.
Yep, we got you pinned.
Yeah,
Jermaine put it in, so yep, we got you pinned. So, and I'm pretty sure I know a few folks said they already started following you and
right.
everything at your page. And so people are also going to be going through the website and checking out the books and everything and
Yes, ma'am.
seeing, I mean, because this is definitely a awesome, awesome tool,
Thank
and
you.
I know a lot of children, a lot of parents, this is definitely something that they can, use. I'm looking at the back of the book. Tips for reading with your child.
Yes,
Hello.
exactly.
You should have that. You should have had that webinar last year.
Well, I'm hoping to, to bring that, to bring that back. We were
Okay.
missing a lot of things.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh yeah.
and, you know, we're so busy.
Mhm.
Kids eat in front of the TV. Everyone sits in front of the TV of their television now, or
Mhm.
their phones in their hands. So before
Mhm.
you get to the end of the book, you know that the kids at the dinner table,
Mhm.
having dinner with the family. And once again,
Mhm.
I'm not painting a fantasy, but
Mhm.
that's an image that our children need to see that it's possible that you
Mhm.
can have, complete families because it's possible.
Mhm. Yeah.
It's
Oh
possible.
yeah. Definitely, it's possible. If anybody has any questions for Daryl, definitely hit us in the question box if you want to ask questions about the book and everything. How long has your book been out?
Since October.
October. Okay, so it's fairly new. Okay,
Yep, since it's fairly new. Yep.
this is
I'll be in, I know you're in Philly, but if you got some people in Denver or Colorado, I'll be there this weekend doing a book fair. I was invited to do a book fair there. It's called Parents' Choice, where they have an initiative in Colorado where
hmm
they go through this program and the parents can actually pick where their children can go to school, whether it's private, charter, anything
okay.
like that. So we'll
Okay,
be there this
yeah.
weekend.
Okay, and that's in Denver.
Denver. Oh, it's actually going to be in Colorado Springs.
Oh, Colorado Springs. Okay,
Yeah.
I do have somebody out there.
Okay.
And so I'm gonna make sure. Let me hit her up in this live to make sure she can so she can see this live and know to come out and support.
Okay.
So because I
I'll
know she
tag
knows
you.
people.
I'll tag you with. I think I posted a flyer yesterday, but I'll
Okay,
tag it and so you'll see where it is.
okay, yeah, and I'll definitely get it to my folks that's out in Colorado so they can definitely check it out because I know they always be looking for different events to go to, even though we're with all this going on with
Right.
COVID.
Right.
People are still looking for different events to go to.
Correct.
That is not part of the norm. And folks do still like to read
Yes.
hard copy books, not just online. So are your books also available on Amazon?
No. So once again, it's only
Only on
on
your website?
yes,
Okay.
ma'am, on my
Okay,
website.
cool.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you self-published.
Yes, I did. I did.
Okay. What made you decide to self-publish?
When you look at the contracts and you look at
Mm-hmm.
everything that goes on with a publishing company, at the end of
Mm-hmm.
the day, you're still doing all the work. You're still doing all
Yeah.
the work.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you're making the connections, you're talking to people. They just have
Mm-hmm.
they have, more eyeballs and
Mm-hmm.
marketing. But I'm up for the challenge, so I took the challenge to get it
Yes.
done.
Yes, yes.
So,
I self-published my book too.
okay,
And it was
congratulations, man.
so funny. Yeah, mine's been out now. I don't even know what year we on. 2012. Mine's been out 7 years. And
Okay.
so it is a workbook, it's a mental health workbook. And it was just like my publisher, she was just like, no, we ain't doing that. You're gonna have to self-publish. I'm like, why? And she's like, because Amazon gonna make you sell your book for $2. And I
Right.
was just like, I didn't pay you $2.
But you know what? When you self-publish, you own everything. You own your content,
Oh,
and they
yes.
can't. Yeah, and you don't have to go back and forth with them. You know,
Mm-hmm.
because sometimes our ethics and our morals are being challenged with dealing with
Yes.
dealing with people like that. So you
Mm-hmm.
can't challenge me with
Mm-hmm.
my ethics and morals. Only my support is going to say, I don't know about that one. You know,
Mm-hmm.
but
Yeah. But you know what? The publishing company I use, her first novel was on the bestsellers list for Simon and Schuster.
oh wow,
And she negotiated all her own contracts. African American woman, she did it all. They reached out to her 2 o'clock in the morning, told her to have a manuscript by 8. She had the manuscript by 8, had the contract signed by noon.
wow,
You know what
nice.
I mean? And so when I say somebody was ready, she was ready. So she knew all of the benefits of what could happen, the positives, and then
Hmm.
she knew all of the negatives
Right,
of going that route. And so she was just like, only if you feel you want to do that.
right.
She said, but I'm advising people to do self-publishing because
Self-publishing.
because she said it was so much stress with that.
Right.
Because when you sign, like, the deal that she signed, she ended up signing like a 3-book deal,
Oh, okay.
and so she got 2 books out and she still owed them a book.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
and now,
And they
and now
pressure.
we 10 years later and she still owe a book.
Wow. And she got to come up with their book.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. And you get writer's block, you in trouble.
Yeah, you in trouble.
Hmm.
That's when you're in trouble. That is when you are in trouble. So,
Right.
but at the end of the day, she I know she's probably cranking it out now,
Oh, yeah.
but
It takes time. It takes
it
time.
takes a lot of time,
Right.
How long did it take you to write this book?
Well, it took full 2 years to put everything together. So,
Okay.
yeah, I don't know if the book, we have actual live mascots.
Okay.
Yeah. Working with Jermaine Compton at Touche Productions,
hmm
a lot of back and forth. He's a perfectionist,
hmm
so he'll show me something. I say, "Man, I love it," and then he come back and say,
hmm
"Hey, I got something else for you." I'm like, "What?" I said, I
hmm
thought you said I love the last one," and he
hmm
come back with something totally different. And um, because he's such a professional, he
hmm
just wanted to be right the first time, and he nailed it. And I'm grateful for it.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Awesome.
grateful for it.
And it's always good to have a great team. Because as much as you try to do things by yourself, when it comes to writing books and
Right,
trying to do all of this, it's always good to have a great team. Because if you don't have a great team that will stay on top of things,
right,
that you'll fall into a ditch. You know what I
right.
mean? And sometimes, we see things one way, but then we have, creative minds that will see things another
Another
way.
way. That is
you
correct.
know but always, one thing I will say that I learned from doing a lot of different things that I do professionally: always stay true to you, stay true to who you are, stay true to your brand, listen to the others, but always go with your gut
But you're good. Right.
at the
Yes.
end of the day, because at bottom line is, guess what, is your money being spent.
That's right.
Your product and your brand is your baby,
That's correct.
and can't nobody take that from you.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
always remember that. My thing is, I never let anybody have full control over my stuff,
That's
and
right.
everybody knows that because
You got to fight
I'm,
for
I am a very shrewd. I don't fight for nothing. I'm a shrewd
it.
businesswoman. I'm very shrewd, and they know. They like,
Right. Right.
So that's why I try, and I tell all the business owners that I work with, they all know that, that I'm like, yo, follow your mind, do what you need to do, but know that, you know,
It's yours. Right.
it's yours. This is
Right.
all yours.
That's
You
right.
know what I mean? You got
Now
to
I
do
take
what
pride
makes
in this,
sense for
and
you.
I take pride in
hmm
this, and I want the messages in each book to come out
hmm
correctly without any
hmm
outside influence, because this is for
hmm
us,
Right.
and let me when I say us, you got to understand that there are
hmm
biracial, multicultural children that are.
Yes.
So,
hmm
I'm not gonna lighten the children up. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. We have
Right.
a challenge, and I want the message
hmm
of, hey, this is how we can get this done.
Yes. Yep.
There we go.
Yeah. Yep. But I love it. I love the book. It's an awesome message. I want everybody to go out and support y'all. The Adventures in Moneyland with DD, Dex, and Dez and Dex,
Yes,
y'all.
yes, yes.
The
And
Dez, Dex, and DD got some stuff going on, y'all.
and in the second book, even though it is
Hmm.
talking about savings,
Hmm.
their character, who they
Hmm.
are will start coming out. You'll start seeing their own interests, what they're
Okay.
interested in individually. So it's
Hmm.
going to start breaking out, like I say, as the books continue, being written,
Hmm.
unless somebody
Okay.
unless somebody ring my phone with a TV.
Look, I get it. Look, and my thing is, look, it's talking to existence, it'll happen.
It happened. That's
You
correct.
want that TV show, it just might happen. You know what I mean? Because especially with this, because at the end of the day, is a lot of I think this is, this whole concept is definitely something that's needed, for television,
Yes,
because I mean, we see all the nonsense with the
right. All the negative.
cartoons.
Correct.
Them cartoons some kids be watching be a little bit something.
Totally different.
I don't know if they cussing.
Oh, they are.
I don't know if they talking to us. I don't know if they, because I don't know what them things is doing. But at the end of the day, a cartoon like this, I know would be appreciated,
It will be appreciated.
on TV. It would be appreciated and received because a lot of people, need to know, not just about Moneyland, but just,
Character
the whole
building.
financial
Mhm. Mhm.
piece all together. You
Mhm.
know what I mean? I think, that's definitely something. It's something that won't get old.
Right. Well, even
Hmm.
in the books, I don't want people to miss that either. We talked about family. We talk about the
Hmm.
siblings working together, but
Hmm.
understand that you can have all the money in the world, but if your character is messed up, if your
Hmm.
morals are messed up, you just a bad person with money. That's not going to do anything
Hmm.
good with it. Right. So
Because a
we
lot of
also
problems.
right. So we
Hmm.
also mentioned character building with the children. And like
Hmm.
as we continue to write, you'll see them go through, childlike stuff and how they
Hmm.
solve those problems. So it's not just
Yes.
money, money, money. So
Hmm.
it won't just be about money.
Yes. Yep. Yeah, I mean, because character and reputation is everything,
That is correct. I agree.
because that's something that you can't take back. You can't
That's
take
right.
back any of that,
That's right.
and it's so funny because I look at, look at people that, we grew up with and some of the
Mhm.
things that they've done, and they might have changed their lives around, but guess what? It's still coming back to haunt them.
It still come back. That is correct.
Still come back. Nobody remembers the good things that you do.
Oh
They
no,
only remember all the
all the
bad.
time. I don't.
All
That's why
the
I don't go to
bad.
class reunions and I don't hang out with my friends because first they say, "Man, Bohanna, you remember when?" Like, how do we live? What are we
Oh,
talking about?
they keep it going. They keep it. Let me tell you, Daryl. Me and my friends got together and we went to hang out. And it wasn't a class reunion. It was just that I still talked to a lot of my friends from elementary school, and they were naming people like, why isn't this person here? And
Oh
everybody
wow.
had a reason why somebody wasn't there. And I had to sit there as a therapist. I'm like, yo, we not going to do this.
Right.
This is from almost 30, 40 years ago.
30,
Like, what
40
are y'all doing?
years.
Here they go. I don't care. If they did it then, they'll do it now.
Wow.
And I just sat there like, whoa,
Wow. That's
this
crazy.
ain't good. This
Yeah.
ain't good.
Yeah.
This ain't good. That we're carrying these, harboring these things and not able to let go
Let go.
because they pretty much ruined their character as kids,
Right.
failing
Right.
to realize that people change.
People
So
do
I
change.
do. So I do love that. Your second book is going to have a lot of character building and
Mhm.
showing all of that, showing all the positives.
Right.
Because that is definitely needed.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yes.
Yes, this is an awesome, awesome interview today. I am so
Thank
happy.
you.
This is my first interview for 2020,
I know.
everybody. And
When it popped
yes,
up on my calendar, I was like, "Oh God, I forgot."
I know. And it was just like I was supposed to have two interviews tonight. And
Okay.
the other person that was getting interviewed, we wish her well, we pray her back into good health.
Okay.
Because she's, extremely sick right now. So we, pray this individual back into good health and everything. And Yeah, and so, but I was glad, I was like, all right, well, hopefully we'll be able. I said, I'm going live regardless, and one of my business clients is on here now, and I said, you want to come live? He should go, I said,
You got to be ready at all times.
she said, I ain't going on there. I said, okay. I said, well, well, I can make it easy for you. No, I'm good. So with that being said, I'm glad, we was able to connect and get you on live and everything
I
and
appreciate you.
discuss your book. Yeah, Kimmy, I'm talking about you. She's in there laughing. The Adventures in Moneyland with DD, Des, and Dex. Yes,
I
this is an
appreciate you.
awesome book that I definitely, think that everybody make sure you all follow Books by Bohanna. I want y'all to make sure y'all go and purchase the book. So before I end this live, one of the things I like to do is I like to give an affirmation. And so the affirmation, yeah, I called you out, Kimmy. So the affirmation for today is I choose to take the actions needed to meet my goals. You have took the actions needed to meet your goals with start to finish with a book. You had an amazing team to help you publish this awesome children's book. You
Yes,
have all of your books and works and lined up in a row for this year of 2022. We
yep,
wish you so many peace and blessings for you to get all of this. Everything you manifest, we want to make sure you get all of that in because you definitely have a gift, brother, and we
I
definitely
appreciate
want you
it.
to get all of your messages out to help all of these children out here because there's a lot of children, a lot of parents that definitely need all of the information that you've given. So
I
I
thank you.
definitely, wish you so well. Continue to choose to take actions needed to meet my goals.
Amen.
Yes.
I appreciate that.
That's
Thank
the
you.
affirmation was going. So thank you so much, Daryl, for coming through. I want you to have an awesome, awesome, awesome week.
Thank you. You do the same.
Yes. Take care. Thanks again.
Thank you. And don't forget, tomorrow is actually MLK Day.
It
So we got
sure is. Tomorrow is MLK
That's
Day. And
right.
so I hope everybody is doing some kind of acts of service, whether it's volunteering or,
That's right.
yeah, pretty much volunteering. If you're going to any kind of church services or anything, make sure that you're doing something to honor Dr. King.
That's right. Amen.
I know a lot of people snowed in places. The East
Okay.
Coast is catching it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we catching it. I went outside my door. I said, oh, I guess it started.
All
So
you do is turn around and shut the door.
I sure did.
Uh,
Sure did.
but I
So,
appreciate
yes.
you.
Yes. So happy to have you come through. Hey, Dr. Tachi. But yes, The Adventures in Moneyland with DD, Des, and Dex. An
Okay. Yeah.
awesome children's book. So definitely make sure y'all all purchase, hit them up. Any questions, make sure y'all can send him a DM, and Daryl will be happy to answer any questions y'all have. The website is at the bottom, booksbybohanna.com. Yes.
And on the Instagram and Facebook is Books by Bohanna.
Yes, make sure y'all follow and make sure you follow because also if he has any events coming up, we definitely want to make sure we support.
That's right. And I'm a personal guy, so I don't have anyone answering things for me. I like to answer my own stuff.
Oh, all right now. There you go. There you go. There you go. Dr. Tachi, I had interviewed him for his children's book, The Adventures in Moneyland with DD, Des, and Dex. So yes, an African American author this
Appreciate it.
evening.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
yes. Yes, and I'm gonna post. I did screenshot. I'm gonna post the book on my page so that we could definitely try to generate some more traction over to you.
I appreciate it, sister. Thank you.
You are so welcome. Well, you have an awesome week. I'm gonna shut this down and I'm gonna come back on and talk to these folks a little bit more this evening.
I thank you.
All right, and I'll send you the link so that you'll be able to post this on your page as well.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, have a good night.
You do the
All
same.
right,
All right.
all right, y'all. I'm
Bye-bye.
gonna shut this down so I can say this and I'm gonna come right back.